Gentlemen, welcome to today's ACAA women's basketball game between the visiting MSVU Mystics and your Mount Allison Mounties. At this time, I would ask if you would rise, remove your headwear, and face the flag for the playing of O Canada. And the starting five for the visiting Mystics: number 6, Marley Curley; number 11, Amanda Person; number 12, Ashley Marshall; number 24, Celine Stratton; and number 25, Victoria Strickland. Head coach is Mark Ball. The starting five for your Mount Allison Mounties: number 5, Kate Kidman; number 8, Emma Roberts; number 12, Amelia Mitchell; number 21, Haley Hunter; and number 22, Jillian Humphrey. That shows us Tom Skipper.
Good afternoon, fans, and welcome to McCormick Gym at Mount Allison University. You're watching ACAA TV, powered by Sports Canada TV. I'm Steve Ridlington on play-by-play. Ian Allen is your color analyst. Technical producer Ben Houchard is your camera guy. We're the Mounties TV crew. This is the Mount St. Vincent University Mystics in their powder blues versus the Mount Allison Mounties in their home garnets. There's the tip-off. Comes down to number 12. That is Marshall. Marshall gives it away, and here comes number 11. That is Piercy. Piercy looking for a way in. Piercy on the clock. She'll go right side and over one step over the line. I'm singing it already, Ian, with 15 seconds into the match. Here is Hempel. Hempel to Mitchell. Mitchell back to Hempel. Hempel to Fillmore. These teams, Mounties number 1, MSVU number 2, an important game short on the Hempel shot. It will be Mystics ball inbounded by Kerwin. Kerwin and Marshall are the fifth-year players on the squad, adding the level of maturity to this team. This is Kerwin. Kerwin looking. Kerwin wants a way in. She'll look. She'll get into the paint. That is number 24, Sturkle. Ball out of bounds. It will be a Mountie ball inbounded by number 8. That is Emma Roberts. Roberts looking. Roberts finds number 12, Mitchell. Mitchell back to Roberts. Roberts at about 5 o'clock on the big outer three-point line. Hempel driving. Hempel in the paint. Hempel looks. Here's Roberts. Roberts in. traveled.
Yeah, just picked up that back foot on the back pivot flip a little too quick. And before she put the ball down, and we had to travel.
Piercy inbounds it to Kerwin. Kerwin at quarterback right now. Sturkle around the bend, and here is Piercy. Piercy looking, 13 and clock running. And there's a shot up. No, won't drop. Rebound taken by Hempel. Hempel to Mumford. Mumford comes down across the big A, and here is Fillmore. Mitchell up, Mitchell no, off the glass, won't go anywhere, and streaking down the left side on this occasion is Kerwin. Kerwin into Piercy, Piercy in the paint, Piercy up, no, drop, Sturkle, rebound, up and down. Our first bucket to the Mystics. It's a deuce, 2-0 for Mount St. Vincent. Mumford coming back the other way. Mumford with it. Mumford looking. Mumford to Fillmore. Fillmore with it. Fillmore, the rookie out of Harrison Trimble in Moncton. Fillmore up. Fillmore down for the bucket. Off to Plexi. Great perseverance and drive from number 6, Ian Allen.
Yeah, no, this is great
Check
game.
that number 5.
Yeah, great game so far. What we're sort of was I expecting. Both of these teams play solid defense, so could be a low-scoring event. They did meet earlier this season, opening game of the regular season, down in Halifax, where Mount Allison was victorious 66-60, which is still a fairly low-scoring game for this league. And it's more just the fact that these teams were both going to provide a lot of defensive pressure.
And speaking of lower point count, the Mounties lead the league in points against, only 53. And Mitchell saw it right. Here's number 21 coming in. That is Matheson. She will take off Sturkle for the Mystics. Roberts to inbound the ball on behalf of Mount A. 7:28 to play in the first quarter. Early moments. We've got one other game in the loop this afternoon. Holland and St. Thomas are at it, and we'll give you updates as we can. Hempel driving. Hempel up. Hempel no, won't drop. Racing with it is Kerwin. Kerwin going coast to coast. She gets it over to number 12, Marshall. Shot off of Strickland is no good. And we're into single digits on the shot clock. Up, down, no. Bounces out. Football, Ian.
Nope, not football. That's a foul on the shooter. The player came down the outside. Mitchell came out, made just enough contact to knock her off balance before she had regained her balance from that jump shot.
All right, thank you so much. That's why we have.
They're calling the foul after the shot, so the ball will be on the sideline.
Looks like Piercy, coach forward, asking for an explanation. Here is Kerwin. Kerwin looking. Kerwin driving. Single seconds up on the shot clock. Must go soon. Kerwin. We've got a time clock violation. Could almost see that happening, Ian. There didn't seem to be an awareness of just how much sand had gone through the hourglass there.
Well, there's that. And as I pointed out earlier, these two teams will both provide full court pressure as much of the game as they can.
Rebound taken by Roberts. Roberts down the court. Roberts encircled by a trio of blue defenders. All right, I bet the audience didn't know I was a fashionista. We're looking at Columbia blue uniforms, Ian. So there we are. Just wanted to share that with you. Although you are the color commentator, right?
I'll let you take the lead on this one.
Here we go. Mitchell up, Mitchell down for the deuce and the lead. 5:59 to go. Also, colors for UNC, a quality NCAA Division I women's team, it must be said. All right, Mumford to Roberts. Roberts into traffic, loses the handle. Back with it comes, there we go. A deuce off of Kerwin. She is the leading scorer for the Mystics with a 12.1 points per game. Mitchell up, Mitchell no, won't go. Dropped on a rebound taken by Piercy. Piercy driving, Piercy looking. Piercy, this is a 4-4 score with 5:15 left in the first. Kerwin up, Kerwin no. Rebound. Kerwin got her own rebound. Long shot, won't go. Short into traffic. That is Strickland with it around the perimeter. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Piercy looking, Piercy waiting, guarded by Roberts. Piercy drives the paint in the key. They fight for it.
Trap.
Jump ball.
It was either going to be a jump ball or a travel, and it's a good choice by the officials on this one. Defender actually had a solid hand on that ball, and then that's when the travel happened, so that's why they call it the jump ball occurred first.
Godfrey takes off Mitchell. Miller is in as well for the Mounties, number 13. 4:52 left in the first. We're in a 4-4 tie. Bit like a hockey game right now with that score. Ian, are you surprised by the back and forth play and the limited offense from both these clubs so far?
Yeah, I wouldn't really say it's limited offense. It's just extremely aggressive defense from both teams is causing it's making it tougher to get the ball in the hoop for both sides. A little lower scoring I was expecting to see, but it's not surprising with the start. Late in the second quarter, in Fredericton, Holland College Hurricanes are up on St. Thomas Tommies 30-25.
Staying close though, and here's Miller. Miller no. Mumford wanted the rebound, but Kerwin got there first. Norval McConnell in the building, and the shorts are on today, Ian. All right, number 21 is there. That is Matheson. Ball out. It will be Mountie ball. 4:19 to go. Got a substitution. Circle is coming in, and number 21, Matheson, coming out. Godfrey to inbound the ball. She's looking. She finds Roberts. Roberts is there. Roberts to Fillmore. Fillmore bringing it over to Roberts. Roberts crosses into Mystics territory. 4:10 and counting.
Moving screen on Mumford there. She just said a shift to the right, just because as her guard came over top of the screen, and sometimes that's caused by the player with the ball not cutting as close to the screener as they should be. They leave that little bit of space. Defender tries to follow them up top. The person setting the screen shifts and gets called for the foul.
All right, Sturkle and the Mystics in the Mountie zone. This is Kerwin. Kerwin looking. Kerwin driving. Kerwin can't get a shot. Sturkle with it. Sturkle, there's 6 seconds. Number 5 is in there. Cassandra Smith. We saw her inserted. And I believe number 15 has joined it. Embringham as well. Shot from Fillmore won't drop. Embringham with it. She'll go to Kerwin. Kerwin down the left side. Crosses into Mountie territory. Offensive foul is called on Smith. All right, Mitchell coming back in. Mumford out. Samar is in, and Mitchell, as we mentioned. That was the first foul on Smith, and team first. Inbounding by Samar. Great to meet Mrs. Samar last weekend. That was one of our faithful correspondents, and we'll talk about how you can reach us in a moment. Switch in possession, Smith.
Yeah, Samar dribbled straight into coverage, and ball got tied up. Jump ball, and we've got Mystics possession.
Smith looking. Smith with it. Smith finds Kerwin. Kerwin around to Sturkle. Sturkle up. Sturkle, yeah, it's a tray. 7-4 now for the Mystics.
Yeah, Sturkle's a key point in the Mystics offense. She can shoot from anywhere on the floor, work the ball inside, but she also sees the ball and makes good entry passes to other players who are open.
And just under 40% in her three-point contributions. Godfrey up, no, short and off, out off of Smith, and possession to the Mounties. All right, you can correspond with us, folks. Our email system is down, but please use the chat box on YouTube.
And speaking of which, from Greg Miller, let's go Mounties, watching from Kemptville, Ontario.
All right, and we had a chance to meet Mr. Miller.
Yep, they were down here last weekend.
Yep. And Smith will inbound. Yeah, use chat box on YouTube, please, from the Mystics Nation or the Mountie Nation. Tell us who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from, and we'd be happy to share those shout-outs. Okay.
They were just trying to adjust what should be on the shot clock, on the shot clock. Make sure that's the number it should be at.
All right. Kerwin. 7-4 lead for the Mystics at this time. Smith. Kerwin. Single digits on the shot clock. Smith in the paint. Smith up. Smith drops, and yes. And she'll get some dessert, Ian.
Yeah, no, great entry and it set up in there. Mount had screen set just above the foul line. Another one just probably about 3 feet below the foul line. Gave her that whole seam to try and to run in through, and she was able to get to the hoop, make the basket, and got fouled.
Smith, 53.3% from the FT stripe thus far on the season. And she's good on that one. 10-4, 6-point lead to the Mystics. Fillmore now. Fillmore to Samar. Samar back to Fillmore. Fillmore double team. Here's Miller. Miller up. Miller, no. Rebound comes down, and here is Kerwin. Kerwin looking. Kerwin wants in. Smith says, I'll take it. Smith looking. Smith driving. Smith in the key. Smith up. Smith down. No. And number 7 gets the rebound. That's Carrigan. Carrigan, the 4th year. Long one. No, won't drop. Rhymes around. Kerwin with, and here is Sturkle. Sturkle in the paint. Sturkle looking. Sturkle twists. Spiral. No, won't go. Sturkle gets the rebound. She's done everything but the dishes under there, Ian. 1:38 to play. Here is Smith driving. Smith in. Fist. And that is broken up. Samar got a handle on it. Kerwin, no. Rebound off the iron. Back to Kerwin. Kerwin to number 12. That is Marshall. Marshall looking. Kerwin in under. Sturkle driving. Sturkle covered by Miller. "13 red, gave her a hug."
Yeah, that would have been Nora Miller down in that low post position. Just reached around just a little bit too much and made contact as she was trying to get a hand on the ball.
Roberts takes off Fillmore with 1:19 remaining. Mystics up by 6. They lead at 10-4. Sturkle looking. Sturkle with Roberts. Sturkle, no. Sturkle rebound. Sturkle up. Fouled on the way in. Sturkle is a force under the hoop, Ian.
Yeah, definitely saw. As I said, like she's just probably one of the most consistent players in the conference coming into this year. She has had a history with some knee problems, as you can tell by the knee brace that she's wearing, but she's managed to figure out how to play with that on.
86% from the FT stripe. Hansen comes in. Godfrey comes out. 10-4. Sturkle. Her first. Sturkle up, Sturkle down. Nothing but twine there. Okay. 86.4%. Impressive completion. Bonuses in effect for the Mystics as well. There we are, 2 for 2 for Sturkle. Margin is 8. The Mounties will want to do something about that. Samar to Roberts. Roberts there. Roberts to Samar. Samar to Hansen. Hansen looking. Here's Samar. Samar up. No, off the rim. Miller. Wow. Great play by Miller. Combined effort with the rebound and the bucket. 12-6. Inside a minute to go. 18 on the shot clock for the Mystics. 14 now. Here is Smith. Travel. Samar will inbound it. Here is Albert in and Mumford in. Miller will take a seat and Mitchell will rest on the bench for a moment. 41.2 seconds left in the quarter. Roberts to Hansen. Hansen to Roberts, but she has her pocket picked by Garrigan. Garrigan with it. Garrigan loses the handle. Garrigan gets it. Garrigan still tight. All right. Here is Kerwin. Kerwin, there's 7 seconds on the shot clock. Kerwin in under Sturkle. Sturkle, no. Albert got the rebound, and here she comes. Albert to Samar. Samar driving. Samar looking. That is the end of the quarter. 12-6 Mystics. Ian Allen, your thoughts, sir?
Tight basketball game, solid defense on both ends. I think the difference in it so far has been that Mount St. Vincent has been a little more consistent in providing that defensive pressure, especially inside the three-point line, like once they get down and into the offensive sets. That's been a major thing. Like I was expecting maybe a little tighter, but also not much more scoring than this overall, just because it's as it. We've got two teams that their main goal, they want to score, but their first goal is to not let the other team score. And that's obvious by the fact that both teams are playing pretty much full court pressure almost every possession, shifting bodies in regularly just so nobody gets too tired, and so they're able to keep that pressure up as things go along. We have Andrea Drake, go Mystics. My birthday wish is a win, please. I understand those sentiments. I may be leaning the other way myself, but
yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Andrea.
All right. And no, we won't sing.
Oh, do not want to hear either one of us do that.
Have a great day, Andrea. And thanks for joining us on our broadcast. You're watching ACAA TV, powered by Sport Canada TV. I'm Steve Ridlington on play-by-play. Ian Allen is our color analyst and technical producer. Ben Hoochard, sporting a new beard, is our camera guy.
Yep, and not very surprising, but Jerry Mumford has just reached out. Let's go Mounties, Steve, Ian, and Ben.
All right, Jerry, welcome aboard, sir. Let's see, it is 10:22 in Calgary, and hey, pour us a coffee, Jerry, will you? All right, I'm black with sugar. Ian, what do you need, sir?
Just black.
All right, there we go.
Straight caffeine fix.
Thank you very much. Good. Appreciate it. Got some stats for you in right here. Hot off the press.
Yeah, major difference on the scoring end right now. Mount A's 0 for 4 from 3-point, 3 for 14 total field goals. So they're shooting. Haven't even been to the stripes yet for their free throws. Whereas Mount St. Vincent's 3 for 3 from the line, 1 for 8 from outside, 4 from 19 overall for 21, which is about comparable percentage-wise. But it's just the number of stops that the Mystics have been able to do to the cause for the Mounties.
Albert to Roberts, 7 seconds. Hempel short. Rebound to Henson. Henson looking. Henson is fouled.
No, ball didn't hit the rim. We have a shot clock violation.
Okay, thank you. Sharp eyes of our analyst. All right, here is Kerwin. Strickland is out there for the Mystics in this cycle. Sturkle looking. Sturkle to Kerwin. Kerwin, no. Mumford with the rebound. Mumford leads the pack. Mumford driving. Mumford in under. Mumford up. Mumford no. Got her own rebound. Double team. She is fouled on the way in, and Mumford carrying a heavy load there, Ian, doing it all.
Yeah, it's good to see Mumford getting that move, taking that ball strong to the hoop like that. Just it'd be nice to see a little more support stepping in, so she might have somebody to kick it out to. We didn't really see anybody in position, getting themselves into position for that, though.
Can see Mumford's intensity as she encourages her teammates. We're ready. Come on. Backspin works twice, and it is 12-8 now. Margin down to 4. Here is Piercy. Piercy quarterbacking the women in blue. Sturkle. Sturkle with it. Sturkle looking. Sturkle to Marshall. Marshall, top of the key, 12 seconds. This is Piercy. Piercy in under to Sturkle. And this is Strickland. Strickland, no. Rebound. Push.
Yeah, yeah.
Kerwin.
Kerwin went in there. She just basically was trying to crash the boards. Saw the ball was going to be popping long. Just had both hands in the back of the defensive player. Just created a little more space before she stepped back out and got called for it.
Her first, team second. This is Albert. Albert to Hansen. Hansen to Albert. Albert looking. Albert. Finds Mumford. Mumford. And no. Hey, a little bit of a deke there. Hansen in under. No, nobody there. This is Strickland coming back for the Mystics. 12-8. Kerwin. Kerwin out there. Kerwin to Sturkle. Sturkle looking. Sturkle around the key. She'll give it to Strickland. Strickland fires. It's a tray. 7 points the spread now. And the Mounties come back with the deuce. Ian Allen, Kerwin is an Iron Woman. She averages 33 minutes a game, Ian.
Yeah, no, she's top, one of the top, probably the top point guard in the league from what I've seen so far over the last couple of years. And she's consistently sees the available players, strong defensive pressure, has no problems driving the hoop and kicking the ball out if there's two open players for shots. It's great to see. And also, speaking of for Mystic, El Coco watching from Kingston, Ontario. Let's go Mystics. And they would be cheering on Kaylee Coco, number 4.
Excellent. Sturkle back to the line. That was the first foul for Albert. First team foul. Sturkle good on number 1. 7:41 to play in the second quarter. Sturkle up. Sturkle down. She's 4-4-4. 17-10. Margin back to 7. Long bomb to Hempel. Hempel to Mumford. Mumford to Albert. Albert up. Albert no. And the rebound comes to Marshall. Marshall gets it to Piercy. Piercy looking. Piercy to Sturkle. Sturkle averages 26 minutes, so she has her fair share on the parquet. It'll stay blue ball. 17-10, the Mystics are up in this one. Number 10, that is Newberry. And if the Newberries are watching from the Northwest Territories, we'd be happy to hear from you. And a time count.
Yep, shot clock violation. Mystics were not able to get that ball up in time. And again, that sort of just stands to that defensive pressure that both teams are playing solid defense so far today.
I think that my time count violation called my football broadcasting is creeping in there, but
same difference.
Here we come. This is Samar. Samar double teamed. Fillmore is there. She'll get it to Hansen. Intended receiver. There we go. What was Mumford, but here is Piercy. Piercy driving. Piercy in the paint. Piercy loses the handle. Goes out off a Mountie, but it'll stay Mystics ball with 6:43 left in the second quarter. 17-10. If you're just joining us here on ACAA TV. Crowd is joining us, Ian, as the game goes on, gradually filling up. We've got a timeout taken, I believe, by the Mystics.
Yeah, and it's a halftime update from Fredericton. Holland Hurricanes are up 33-28 over St. Thomas Tommies for that women's basketball game. And that's probably about where I would have been expecting. Like, maybe Hurricane Holland a little further up on them at 2.5, but St. Thomas, this league is probably some of the most aggressive defense. The top 4 or 5 teams throughout the conference are their key goal is to keep other teams from scoring against them, and they know that when their scoring will come as they work the ball around, and it's great to see that way. It's just that's a lot. It works a lot better over. You get better results more consistently if you make sure defense is your number one, and you take advantage of your offensive opportunities. If you key on offense and don't pay attention to defense, you basically consider putting yourself in a position where you have to score every single time to stay even or just have a little bit of an edge.
Yeah, Holland is third right now, and the Tommies are fifth. So that's an interesting dimension. Thanks, Ian, for those wise words. And we're back. It will be Mounties to inbound. It's Samar doing the good work there. In under to Fillmore. Fillmore looking, gets it to Hansen. Hansen is double teamed, but finds Mumford. Mumford to Hempel. Hempel to Samar. Samar up, no. Wide of the mark. Sturkle gets the rebound. Pass intended for Marshall goes out of bounds. It'll be Mount A ball. And all right. Samar will inbound it. Inbound to Mumford. Mumford in the middle. Mumford looking. Mumford intended, and we've got a foul. Okay.
Yeah, that one's on Lily Newberry.
Newberry with the chop. All right. Smith and Kerwin. That is Strickland coming out. Roberts to Fillmore. Fillmore driving. Fillmore looking. Fillmore, the handoff. Fillmore up. No, won't go. And Newberry has the rebound. Newberry in under. Newberry stepped out. It'll be back to... Yeah, if the Newberries are watching in NWT, we'd love to hear from you. Drop us a note in the chat box on YouTube. And that's great. You'll be our distance viewers of the day, to this point at least. And here is Marshall, intercepted that pass. Marshall looking, Marshall driving. She's double teamed. Smith has a chance. Smith will shoot. It's a deuce. It's a deuce. 19-10. The spread is 9. Hempel with it. Hempel looking. Hempel to Mumford. Mumford to Hansen. Hansen waiting. Hansen looking in under to Mumford. Mumford up. No. Gets her own rebound. Drops the deuce. And perseverance could be Mumford's middle name. 19-12 now as Kerwin comes back. Kerwin looking. Kerwin driving. Kerwin up. She'll go to Newberry. Newberry to Marshall. Marshall still with it to give to Smith. Smith driving. Smith up. Smith down. No. As Roberts gets the rebound, Mumford will bring it across. There's to Fillmore. No one can get it. Out of bounds. And here comes number 15, Embringham, and number 7, Garrigan, into the ball game to replace Newberry and Marshall.
And two more shout-outs from we have Maria Carroll. Cheering on the Mystics from Newfoundland. Let's go, ladies. She's former standout player, 5-year player for the Mystics.
And Maria,
great person, great player.
Maria, I have a personal campaign for them to retire number 32, but Mount St. Vincent is not listening. So, Maria, we're on your side, girl. Way to go. Thanks for joining us. Here is Smith. Smith looking Sturkle. Yep, Maria was a great contributor, national all-star. And
yep, shot clock violation again. Just more evidence of the strength of the defense for both of these teams. We got a little bit of a shout-out for Jerry Mumford. Just to let us know that Amanda will not be checking in. She texted and had a late night down under.
Okay.
Amanda is Jillian's sister, who is this year based out of Sydney, Australia.
And typically watches the game from the future, Ian.
Yep.
It might be said.
Yeah,
Thanks, Jerry.
14 or 15 hours ahead of us.
Yep. Hempel driving. Hempel looking. Hempel up. Hempel, yes. Bucket is good, and she'll add some sauce. Carrigan gets the foul, her first, team fourth, 4:24, 19-14. Hempel to shoot. It's a deuce. Margin to 7 once again. Hempel looking. Hempel wants some support. Mitchell's got it. Mitchell up, Mitchell down for 2. Mitchell is cool under pressure, Ian.
Yeah, when she stays calm like that, she just makes the decision process that much easier when she's playing low post.
She was, in fact, athlete of the week for this week or for last week?
Last week.
Yep.
Well, this week we're just finishing
yes,
up. Yeah.
Based on. Oh, look at Mitchell in the thick of it.
Oh.
And sportswomanship. There we are.
Yep.
3:38 to play in the second quarter.
And we've also had Reese Nowlin, former Mountie, reaching out from Waterloo, Ontario. Go Mountie Nation.
Thank you, Reese. Once again, great to have you on board. Yeah, Reese, the pride of, was it Mouth of Keswick or up in that area, the northwest side of Fredericton? Great to have you on board, Reese. Thank you so much. Strickland is coming in for the Mystics as the number 15 comes out, Embringham. Ball will be inbounded by the Mystics.
Yeah. 3 seconds on the shot clock to get it away, and just
short. Sturkle up, Sturkle for the deuce. She has been steady in the most positive way for the Mystics.
She had seven of their first 12 points, or 7 of their 12 points in the first quarter. So
in under, up, down, no, won't go. Mitchell with the rebound. Mitchell up, no, won't go. Rebound, Mitchell. Man, she has to work hard to get the deuce, but she got it in. 5 points the spread, 2:58 to go. Second quarter, 23-18. Important possession change there, Ian, as the Mystics will have it deep in Mount A territory. 2:52 remaining. Kerwin to inbound the ball. That's broken up. Mounties breakout. This is Fillmore. Fillmore has Mitchell. Fillmore up. Fillmore fouled on the shot. Smith is the culprit. 5 blue. Okay, that is her second, team 5th. Bonus now in effect, but here's Fillmore.
And here's the adjustment. We're going to from Rick Matthews. Reese Nowlin is from the Miramichi, which is the other side of the province.
Okay.
And Trevor Vincent, go Mounties from Caledon, Ontario.
Right on. Thank you for clarifying. A proud woman of the Miramichi. Well done. And a hotbed of b-ball, it must be said, at the high school level, certainly. Strickland loses a handle. Strickland got it back. Kerwin. Hempel, Sturkle, long distance. Yes, it's a deuce. 2:26 left, 26-20. Samar with it. Samar looking. Samar to Fillmore. Fillmore to Hempel. Hempel in under. Mitchell has it. Hempel up. Hempel down for 2. Good awareness. Good peripheral vision to see the opportunity in. 4 points to spread. This is Piercy. Piercy looking. Piercy to Strickland. Strickland got a foul. Looks like Fillmore with the push.
Yep.
Her first, team second.
Well, more just hand checking, which is something they'll let you get one hand. As soon as the second hand gets anywhere near the offensive player, it's going to be called.
Sturkle. Rebound to Hempel. Hempel to Mitchell. Mitchell, oh my.
Charge.
Take no prisoners, says Mitchell. Offensive foul. Mitchell out, Mumford in. We got a timeout.
Yeah, I believe that was called by Mount
Coach
St. Vincent.
forward, yep. All right.
Just wants to get them to settle down a little bit more, probably get back into their game plan because they've been moving away from what they had been doing earlier offensively, and the last couple of series they haven't been as solid defensively blocking out as they had been up to this point. And I think those just be the 2 points that Coach Forward would actually lean on right now and make sure, okay, let's just finish this strong, clean up, do it. You know, guys know what you're supposed to do. Let's go do it.
I hear you, In. I hear you. All right. Looking at points allowed per game for these two clubs, the Mounties are in first place in that department in the league with 53.0, and the Mystics are third with 61.4. So we'll do a comparison at one of our breaks, probably in the third, where we'll do some focused comparison on team stats. But quality game. We hope you're enjoying it as much as we are. You're watching ACAA TV, powered by Sports Canada TV. I'm Steve Ridlington on play-by-play. Ian Allen is our analyst. Technical producer Ben Houchard is the man with the camera. All right, inbounded here is Kerwin, and we mentioned 33 minutes per game on average. Not much time on the bench. Here's the steal by Samar. Samar up, Samar no. In tight, and Strickland now racing down. Strickland to Piercy. Piercy looking. Kerwin with it. Kerwin in under, and Sturkle plays it from the ground. That is Marshall into Piercy. Piercy looking. Piercy no. 7 seconds. What do we got? She stepped out.
No, foul would be on Sturkle. She just basically was just using that forearm to create space from the defensive players, so it'd be easier to get that offensive pass into her.
That's her second.
Her
first, team fifth. The bonus in effect for next time. 1:18 left in the quarter. Hempel breaks out. Hempel to Mumford. Mumford looking into that is Samar. Here is Hempel. Hempel up. Hempel, yes. It's a tray. 1 point the margin now. Oh my, Ian Allen, the drama rises. Kerwin looks. Kerwin to Piercy. Piercy up. Piercy, no. Hempel there for the rebound. She'll go to Mumford, and Mumford to Fillmore. 45 seconds. Hempel is there. Hempel driving. Hempel up. Hempel in. Hempel, yes! The ball thought about it. 2 points.
Don't yell, please.
Thank you. It gets exciting, Ian.
I understand, but it cuts out our audio feed when it gets too loud.
If there's sound interruption, it is on me, folks. All right, here is Hempel. Hempel to Strickland. 16 seconds.
Out of bounds, stepped back on the sideline. 16.2 seconds left. Mounties have the ball to come up and try for that last shot.
I don't know if that was a smile or a grimace on Samar after she had a one-on-one with the parquet. 27-26. Hansen to Fillmore. Fillmore. Mounties finding their groove in the last couple of minutes here for Hempel up. Hempel, yes, off the glass. Lead stretches the other way, 29-26, and there. Oh!
It's in, but the shot was late. The release came off of Sturkle's hands after the buzzer went. Still got to give her credit for lining that one up, though.
Yeah, it looked good. She was over the half. Ian Allen, before we go to break, your thoughts on that second period? I would just say that I think the last 2 or 3 minutes belonged to the Mounties.
Oh, definitely. Mountie they were actually they were getting open shots and worked better structure offensively, tightened up the defense a little bit and created that extra pressure for the Mount St. Vincent. And just that was the difference in the last 2 or 3 minutes. But this is about where I figured. I knew it was going to be a tight ball game, 3-point spread at halftime. Both teams are going to come back out strong after catching their breath. You're going to see that aggressive full court defense from both sides again in the third quarter.
And I know last time out, the third quarter, as you said, the the makeup of the teams and their drive, it seemed to be totally refreshed and new from what we'd seen in the first half. So we have that expectation for this one.
And part of that's, again, they're able to do that by both coaches are cycling players in regularly enough that their top players are not necessarily getting out of breath.
All right. Why don't we look at that when we come back?
Yeah,
Ian?
we will.
And just before we leave the good folks, want to tell you one last update on that other game, Ian, if you have it close by. We'll just talk to the matter of 29-26 right now. And,
late in the third quarter, Holland has stretched it out to a 10-point lead, 46-36 over St. Thomas.
All right. Thanks so much. You're watching ACAA TV, powered by Sports Canada TV. I'm Steve Ridlington on play-by-play. Ian Allen is your color analyst. Ben Hootchard is our camera guy. We'll be back in about 12 minutes with play-by-play of the third quarter. The score after the first half, Mount Allison Mounties 29, the Mystics 26. Thanks for being with us. See you shortly. Hello, fans. We are back with you at McCormick Gym at Mount Allison University for ACAA women's basketball, and a quality match it is. The visiting Mount St. Vincent University Mystics and the host, Mount Allison University Mounties. The Mounties turned up the heat in the last minute or two of the second quarter and now lead the game 29-26. For those viewing at home, the powder blue uniforms are those of the Mystics, the garnet, the home kit of the Mount Allison Mounties. Mounties will inbound the ball. Hempel is the player to do that. She's guarded by Strickland and Ian Allen. We are ready for a dandy second half.
Yeah, this is a great game so far. So far, we have would have been Celine Sturkel, leading scorer for Mystics, 13 points that half in the first half, and Haley Hempel, based on three of those three shots she made late in the second quarter, is leading the Mounties with 11.
Kerwin, the Mystics coming now driving from the left to the right. Sturkel up, Sturkel down for the deuce. Yes, the Mystics will run from the left to the right of your screen devices, wherever you're watching this one. And the Mounties going right to left. Fillmore to Mumford looking. Mumford finds Hempel. Hempel driving. Hempel up. Hempel, no, won't go. Rebound to Piercy. Piercy takes the ball into Mount A territory, down the middle, in the paint, out of the paint. Goes to Marshall. Marshall on the outside. Finds Kerwin, top of the circle. And they have 11. Here's a long one. No, won't go. Rebound. Comes down to Hempel. Hempel, triple cover, gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell to Fillmore. Fillmore looking, slows things down just a tad. She'll go around the circle to Mumford. In Mitchell. Mitchell up. Mitchell down for two. The lead back to three for the Mounties, 31-28. We have played about a minute and a half of this quarter. Kerwin quarterbacking as she usually does. And it goes to Piercy. Piercy in under to Sturkel. Sturkel there. Sturkel up. Sturkel down. Looks like Sturkel, number 2 at 24, is their go-to offensive player in under. Ian, we saw the quality play from her throughout the first half.
Yeah, it said she had a little better than double the second scorer for that first half for them. But the thing is, she can shoot from outside as well. She's just as happy doing that.
Oh, my. Mitchell with a quality rebound off the Mumford tray attempt. 33-30 now for the Mounties. Here's Piercy. Piercy to Sturkel. Sturkel driving. Sturkel looks. Marshall has it now. She's at about 7 o'clock on the three-point line. Strickland. 7 is there. 7 on the shot clock. Strickland gets the bucket. Fillmore looks. There is Roberts. Roberts goes the distance. Mumford waits. Mumford drops the deuce. Quality set play. You could see it coming together in.
Yeah, nice to see the Mounties coming out strongly. They're getting that ball into a low post and getting good looks at the basket from there, which is great.
Kerwin to Piercy. Piercy looking. Piercy guarded by Fillmore. 7:17 to go. Piercy still with it. Single digits on the shot clock. Marshall into Sturkel. Sturkel going one-on-one with Mitchell. Here is Piercy. Piercy and
shot clock violation. You ran out of time.
Mount AD keeping them honest out there. This is going to be inbounded by Roberts. 35-32 with 7:04 to play in the third. Welcome to our broadcast if you're just joining us. Reach out. Our email box is down, but you can reach out in the chat box on YouTube. We'd love to hear from you, Mountie Nation, Mystics Nation. Hempel up. Hempel, no. Rolls out, and Marshall gets the rebound. Kerwin blitzes down the court on the left side. In tight, looking for an outlet. Finds it in Piercy. Piercy driving. Piercy guarded by Roberts. Piercy. Mumford takes over. Sturkel is there. Red 8. Roberts called on the hold.
Yeah, she was having a tough time trying to defensively front Sturkel, who is just bigger and stronger.
That's Roberts' first, team first. 35-32 the lead. Sturkel to Kerwin. Kerwin in the paint. Kerwin up. Kerwin short. Rebound to Strickland. Strickland takes the bucket. And great follow-up by number 25 there. The margin is 1. Roberts looking. There is a blue wall around the hoop. Mumford up. Mumford is fouled on the shot. She'll go to the line for 2, Ian.
Yeah, we got a shout out just here. Came in just before or just during halftime, I guess would be from Pamela McEwing cheering Emma Roberts on from Princeport, former CEC alumni. That'd be Cobequid Educational Center in Truro.
Yep. And we talked about the Miramichi being a hotbed of high school ball. CEC.
Oh, CEC has been there for decades.
Huge. Mumford gets that spin, and it seems to improve the accuracy. She is hot from the FT, although the Mounties have not had that many free throw opportunities. 37-34. Piercy looking. Piercy driving. Piercy needs an outlet. Smith is there. Smith has it now. Smith looking. Smith. 9 seconds. Here is Sturkle, closely guarded. 5. Sturkle still looking. Sturkle, no. Oh, my. Time count. Although Sturkle not inhibited when it comes to physical play, as we saw in tight there.
Yeah.
5:50 to go in the third. Ball will be inbounded by Roberts. Number 13 is in, that is Straker, a second year for the Mystics. Her first appearance in the game thus far. Roberts. Here is Mitchell. Mitchell looking. Mitchell up. Mitchell fouled. She'll go to the line for 2. Who is the perpetrator? Looks like, let's see.
13, which is Straker.
Yep. Her first. Team second. No, won't drop for Mitchell. Mitchell, 35% from the FT stripe. No. Hempel had it, but picked up by Smith. Look at the speed of Smith. Smith finds Kerwin. Kerwin to Piercy. Piercy driving. Piercy looking. Piercy covered by Roberts. Piercy driving. Piercy looking. Piercy up. Piercy no. Rebound to Hempel. Hempel finds a gap between 2 blue-shirted defenders. In under to Mitchell. Mitchell up. Mitchell down. Mitchell fouled on the way in. And I think it's called on Piercy. Let's see. Yes. With the chop, Piercy. Fouls are becoming a bit of a problem for the Mystics right here.
A little bit, yeah. And what's nice to see is Mounties getting back to their usual game plan, trying to get that ball getting that ball into the key and working things from there. And it's getting them better scoring opportunities. It's showing the fact that they're being able to hold this lead.
Mitchell didn't get it. Out of bounds. It will be Mystics ball. 37-34, 5:17 remaining. Join us. The chat box on YouTube is all yours. Our email system acting up today. So reach out, Mystics Nation, Mountie Nation. Tell us who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from. Here's Piercy. Piercy up. Piercy no. Rebound, Mitchell. Mitchell ahead to Hempel on the right side. Hempel. Roberts thought about it. Roberts to Mitchell. Mitchell up, Mitchell down. Mitchell is the Swiss Army knife for the Mounties this afternoon, Ian Allen.
Well, nice to see. She's having a strong game in there. It's starting to little inconsistent first half, but she's become much more solid and playing good ball today.
Smith to Kerwin. Kerwin looking. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Kerwin covers. Here is Piercy. Piercy up. Yes, it's a tray. That will cut the margin.
To 2.
Yep. All right. Long one to Roberts. Roberts to Hempel. Hempel to Mumford. Single digits on the clock. Fillmore up. Fillmore down. Fillmore, despite her petite stature, unafraid in traffic, Ian.
Well, that's great to see. Point guard driving in and creating the opening.
Smith to Mumford with the rebound. Roberts, the give. Oh, my. Oh, yeah.
Sturkle was kind of hoping to be basically called two players both going for it, but they were. But the problem is she also took out the opponent completely.
Pleaded her case for a double dribble to no avail, Ian.
No, she was basically going to toss up. Like they say,
okay.
Free ball. Both players are allowed an opportunity to go for the ball.
Yep.
But they can't create a disadvantage for the other player by knocking them out of position.
Fillmore finds Samar. Samar looking. Samar got it. Wow. Waxing on the floor. Foul push. Who was the pusher and who was the pushee? And looks like
Strickland
got the call.
And that would have been on Fillmore. She fouled Fillmore as she was cutting across the top of the key.
Okay, bonus.
Yep.
Bonus now in effect for the Mounties for subsequent fouls with 3.5 minutes to go. So that's significant, Ian. All right, Fillmore to the line. How is she from the charity stripe, Ian? 58.8.
And drained the first one.
So that'll get marginally better. 42-37. 43-37. 6-point lead to the Mounties with 3:32 left in quarter number 3.
And that's foul on Strickland. There, another one for her. Another quick foul on Strickland for her third. She was reaching in trying to get that ball on an offensive rebound.
All right.
Oh, my.
Okay, not clear right now exactly what's going on.
There we go. Now it's up on the board. Yep.
Yep. Okay.
And because they were over the limit and it was a loose ball foul rather than an offensive control during a foul during offensive control of the ball.
Miller.
Yep.
Miller drops it. Miller 76.2 from the FT stripe, Ian, so she's strong in that department. Well, that will help. 8 points the spread now. Mounties consolidating their lead here in the third quarter. Kerwin to Piercy. Piercy reestablishes control, guarded by Fillmore. Here is Smith. Smith driving, Smith up, Smith down. Smith will go to the line. She's fouled on the way in. Foul on Miller?
Yeah.
I believe. Her second, team second. And Smith, 53%. No, won't go. Not a friendly rim on that one. And yes, 7 points to spread. Fillmore now. Fillmore ahead to Samar. Samar finds Godfrey. Godfrey looking. Oh, spinner winner. What's for dinner? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Your play-by-play guy and the crowd like that one. I'll check the volume, Ian, I swear.
It's all good.
Kerwin in under. This is the number 15 up. Won't go, but she'll go to the line for 2. That was Embringham for Mount St. Vincent. Sturkle coming back in. Sturkle's what, at 3 fouls, I think, Ian?
Yes.
Embringham, no. Won't go. Mounties align. Embringham would like to drop one for her team. 9 points the margin for the Mounties. There we go. She'll feel better. 8 points the margin. This is Fillmore. Fillmore to Mumford. Mumford with it. Mumford to Godfrey. Samar. Fillmore. Travel. Possession change. Possession to the Mystics. Smith to Kerwin. 2:10 left in the quarter. 47-39 if you're just joining us. Sturkle. Samar is there. Samar to Fillmore. Fillmore races down the right side. Looking, double teamed somehow. Samar got it. Get it to Miller. Miller up. Miller, no. Rebound. Smith racing down. Crosses the big A. Smith to Embringham. Embringham back to Kerwin. Kerwin looks. Embringham drives. Travel. Roberts in, Mitchell in, Miller out, that is Fillmore out and Mumford out. Samar will inbound the ball for the Garnet and Gold. 1:39 left in the third, 47-39. And here is Samar. Samar to Mitchell. Mitchell triple covered, Ian. Talk about how do you spell respect. You triple cover a major offensive threat. Godfrey up. Godfrey fouled on the way in. She'll go to the line. Embringham with the block. Fouls have been a challenge for the Mystics this frame.
Yeah, this quarter they've their defensive structure's fallen apart a little bit. Part of that has to do with how Mounties been approaching getting that ball into the key. Ooh, rims out close on that one for Godfrey. We have a shout out to one of our faithful followers on YouTube. It would be Denis Mazeral with Go Mounties.
Excellent, Denis. Bienvenue. All right, this is Smith. Smith to Kerwin. 9 points to spread, 48-39 Mountie. Sturkle, that is Roberts. Mitchell finds Miller down the left side. 1:06 left and counting. Here is Godfrey up, no, off the rim. Sturkle rebound. Here's Smith streaking literally down the left side into the paint. Kerwin has it. Kerwin covered by Roberts. Kerwin looking. Kerwin in the paint. Kerwin up short. Ball rebound. Ouch. Miller with the push, I think, Ian.
Yeah, a little too much contact in the process of trying to keep Sturkle off the boards on that one.
Her third, team fourth. Embringham comes out. Smith comes out. Strickland comes in. Marshall comes in. Ball to be inbounded by the Mystics. That is Kerwin with 45.3 seconds. Sturkle up. Sturkle drops the deuce. Easy as that. 48-41. Samar at speed into Mystics territory. Samar with it. Here is Miller. Miller up. Miller, no. Off the rim. Rebound. Kerwin to Piercy. Piercy drives. Piercy to Marshall. No. They batted away. Strickland has it. Strickland to Kerwin. Kerwin driving into Sturkle. Sturkle up. Sturkle down. A scoring machine is Sturkle in the paint. 48-43, 5 points. And Godfrey, no. Rebound, no. Kerwin gets it. Kerwin. Piercy up. Piercy with the deuce at the buzzer in a buzzer beater. The margin 3, 48-45. Mounties. Phew. Ian, thoughts?
Great job on Mounties on that one, trying to work the ball in a bit more consistently, get it inside to give them better opportunities to score from. And a little more, definitely more consistent defense from the Mounties on that one. Wreaked a little bit of havoc for the Mystics offense. Going that one, basically, we tail into that one. We basically saw something I wasn't too thrilled with right at the end, because Mountie tried to rush that shot with enough time to work the ball a little bit more for the last shot of the quarter, and then almost looked like they let up when the rebound, thinking there wasn't a chance to get a shot down. But 4 to 5 seconds is loads of time, as you saw. They went basically outlet and then fast pushed the ball up, laid the ball in. They got the little bit of rush to sort of close it up again, and that put them pretty. Would be Mount one that would have won that quarter by 1 point.
19.
I think they were there. No, it would have been dead on.
Yeah, 19-19.
19. It would have been even. Yeah, sorry.
Thank you. Here we go, Ian. Some stats for your enjoyment, sir.
Oh, and no surprise, Sturkle is leading Mystics, scoring with 21 points. And we have number 25, Strickland, and number 5, Kazadra Smith, both with 7. For the Mounties, Mitchell has stepped up into the scoring lead with 12. Hempel didn't score that third quarter, so she's still sitting there with 11. And we have Kate Fillmore, number 8, and Jillian Mumford, number 22, both with 8 points. Yeah, so looking at that one.
Pretty impressive when you think of Sturkle scoring half of her team's total.
Yeah, and the other side of that one right now, in that third quarter, Mount St. Vincent was 53% on field goal from the field, and Mount A was 42.9. It's just kind of figured it sort of, they didn't get it. Mount A got more shots in general off on that one, and that's how they were able to basically maintain the draw on this one so far.
Awesome. Ian, it's our good friend Reese Nowlin. Was she the Fredericton North player, or
No.
the
Miramichi.
Yeah.
Miramichi.
Okay.
We cleared that up. You
I
were
know.
thinking Keswick Ridge, which would have been Fredericton area, but
Yep.
we're
We
less.
got
less
it. We
there.
got it. We definitely got it. Here is Piercy. Piercy up. No. Sturkle. No. Hempel racing down the court. She'll wait for reinforcements. Mumford there. Mumford with the deuce. 5 points the margin. And the Mounties race back to get the garnet defensive curtain in place. Sturkle looking. Finds Kerwin. Kerwin outlet. That is Piercy. Piercy up. Piercy no. Rebound to Strickland. Strickland to Sturkle. Sturkle will try. No. Rebound. And Piercy has it. 13 on the clock. Kerwin now. Kerwin at 6 o'clock. She'll go to Marshall. Marshall up. Marshall no. Short. Rebound. Hempel. Hempel has it for the Mounties. Hempel looking for rebound for allies, and she finds Fillmore. 8:54 to go in the fourth quarter. Mumford to Albert. Albert looking. Albert spins. Albert up. Albert no. Drops. Strickland got the rebound. Strickland to Kerwin. Kerwin racing down the right side. In they come. Piercy gets the pass. Piercy almost lost it. Recovered. Tight. Strickland in under to Sturkle. Sturkle looking. Sturkle. Marshall. Marshall is there. Marshall gets the tray. Margin is 2 now for the Mounties. Fillmore to Hempel. Hempel looking. Hempel to Mumford. Mumford triple team. Mumford slows it down. Mumford finds Fillmore. Fillmore looking. Fillmore driving. Fillmore in the paint. Here is Albert. Albert up. Albert no. And Kerwin is there. Kerwin covered by Hempel. Kerwin racing down. 8:03. Time. Sturkle is there. Piercy is there. Hempel.
Great defensive play by Hempel to knock that ball out of Piercy's hands to avoid giving Piercy basically a free bunny shot right underneath the hoop.
All right. Piercy will inbound the ball for the Mystics. Piercy looking. Piercy to Sturkle. Sturkle covered. She'll give it back to Piercy. Hempel in tight on the coverage. Piercy has limited options. Here's Kerwin. Kerwin's with it. 7 seconds. Shot, no, won't go. Mitchell with the rebound. Mitchell loses the handle. Mitchell has it. They fight for it. Jump ball. It is Mountie ball. Hempel will inbound it for Mount A. And Fillmore to Albert back to Fillmore. 14 on the clock, lots of time. Looking, there is Mumford. Mumford with it. Mumford to Hempel. Hempel up. Hempel with the deuce. 4 points to spread, 52-48. Piercy comes back.
Yeah, Mumford did a great job to recognize that double team and get the ball to the open Hempel cutting to the hoop.
Here is Piercy. Piercy to Sturkle. Mounty ball. Last touch by Sturkle. Sturkle was hovering in her favorite position. 52-48, 7:13 left in regulation. Fillmore with it. Fillmore to Hempel. Hempel looking. Well, this is the last game for these two teams prior to the holiday break. Albert. Blue 6 with the chop. That's on Kerwin.
Yep.
Her second, team first in this quarter. 52-48, 7:03 left on the clock. You're watching ACAA TV, powered by Sports Canada TV. I'm Steve Ridlington on play-by-play. Ian Allen is our color analyst, technical producer. Ben Hootchard on camera. We're the Mounties TV crew. Welcome aboard. Don't forget, you can reach out with your comments from the Mountie Nation, from the Mystic Nation. Do that on the chat box on YouTube. Our email system not functional today. Strickland up, Strickland no. That is Marshall. Marshall looking. Marshall in under to Sturkle. Sturkle finds Piercy. We're in single digits on the shot clock. 4, 3, 2, 1. And no good, no good. Time count. Albert will inbound it for the Mounties. Smith comes in. Kerwin comes out.
Yeah, excellent job by the Mounties during that series to basically keep that ball out on the perimeter, not letting the Mystics drive into the hoop.
Here's Albert. Albert to Fillmore. Fillmore crosses the center stripe. Albert with it. Albert looking. Hempel with it. Hempel in under. And Mumford, jump ball. Mystics, sphere. Hansen and Roberts go in. Albert comes out. And I believe Hempel will take some bench time. Smith. Smith to Piercy. Piercy with it. Piercy looking. Piercy in under to Sturkle. Sturkle looking. Sturkle covered. Sturkle. Mumford has it. Mumford to Mitchell. Mitchell in. Mitchell up. Yes! Coast to coast for the deuce. She likes it in. Thank you, Jillian Mumford, says Amelia Mitchell. 54-48, 5:58.
Timeout called by the Mystics.
Okay, and what's happening in that Holland Stew game, Ian?
Oh, we'll know in a second. Sorry, my apologies. I thought it was a timeout, but just a little bit of delay getting things reset. That's
had us both there. Piercy with it. Piercy governed. Here's Marshall. Marshall into Sturkle. Sturkle, no. Foul. Looks like Mumford might be. No.
Fouls on Hansen.
Yep. Her first, team first.
And we do have a final from Fredericton. Holland Hurricanes have defeated St. Thomas Tommy 79-55. They kind of just took over and ran them out of the gym in that second half.
79-55?
Yep.
So Holland overs too. We'll do a little standings juggling in a minute.
And Sturkle made her first free throw. And 2.
She has been hot from the line, it might be said.
Consistent throughout the season, though. That's the thing.
Oh, yeah. And we talked about 86% coming into this one. Mitchell, Roberts, 12. Mumford. No, won't go. That is Kerwin. Kerwin coming down. There's 5:18 left and counting. Smith up. No. Rebound, Garrigan. This is Kerwin. Kerwin looking. Kerwin driving. Kerwin up. Kerwin. No. And that is Garrigan. Garrigan to Marshall. 12 on the clock. Shot up. Yes, it's a tray. And this one is a 1-point lead. Coach Thomas Kabar, head coach of the Mounties, he wants a breather, Ian.
Yeah, just wants to get them settled back down again. Just take a breath. They said reset so they're ready to go again. The key thing on this one, just has been Mount started getting a little more open on those outside shots, and it's given them a better scoring opportunities. Work the ball in, give them more, just a bit, not as much pressure when they're trying to run their offensive sets. And it's great to see that this is going to be going back and forth. We knew this was going to be a tight ball game from the beginning, and it has been. We had a couple. I think Mount was up by 10 points at early in the third quarter. 1 point in the second quarter. It would have been, they were up by 10. But the thing is, it's just been back and forth, and it's I can't say I was expecting anything different with these two teams in the gym.
54-53, Ian Allen. And I believe we are just under 5 minutes remaining.
Yep, 4:52.
Smith, Marshall.
Yes.
Garrigan, Kerwin, and Sturkle. Mount A ball. Roberts will inbound it. And the Mystics withdrawing back a defensive trio in.
Well, they're setting up a 2-2-1 zone press, but they sort of switched. As soon as they did that, they matched up and went man.
Smith intercepts. Here is Sturkle. Sturkle looking. Sturkle to Garrigan. Garrigan covered. Garrigan. This is Kerwin. Kerwin to Smith. Smith driving. Sturkle up. Sturkle no. Rebound taken by Fillmore. Fillmore to Mumford. Mumford down the right side. Mumford finds Roberts. Henson, yes, it's a tray. Put it on the right side, please, scorekeeper. It went on the wrong side. They put it on the wrong side.
They'll figure it out eventually.
Powell.
They've got the Mounties scores there. Almost. There.
All right, Kerwin at the line. 61.5. That'll get better. 3 points the margin. Wow, don't go anywhere. Oh, friendly bounce. 2 points the margin, Ian. Here is Roberts. Mitchell. Mitchell to Henson. Henson to Fillmore. Oh, Kerwin with the steal. Kerwin with the steal. Garrigan in the paint. Trouble. Carrigan suggesting a tad of disbelief in her visual expression there, but
most players are confused when they're told they pick their pivot up before they put the ball down, but most of them, that's what they do.
Fillmore, Henson, Mumford, no. Rebound, they fight for it. Sturkle comes up with it, gets it to Kerwin. 3-11, 2 points to spread. Kerwin up, Kerwin no. Rebound, Mumford. Mumford, Sturkle up, Sturkle in for the deuce. We're tied. Ian Allen, we are tied. Fillmore. Yep. Fillmore to Mitchell. Mitchell waits. Mitchell to Roberts. Roberts looking. Roberts driving. Roberts up. Roberts down for two. What perseverance. We said it before. We'll say it again. 59-57, 241.
Yeah,
Mounties
Roberts has
with
had a
2
very
points.
quiet day offensively, but it's good to see she's making hoops when the Mounties need them.
Piercy is there. Piercy looking. Piercy driving. Piercy. Piercy no. Piercy up. Piercy short. Mumford rebound. Mumford punches it to Roberts. Roberts down. Mitchell there. Mitchell up. Mitchell no. Kerwin. Mountie ball. There was a arm straightening that we would observe as possibly malfeasance, but we are not the refs. Mumford.
Conversation between the referee and Coach Ford was basically the referee told him there wasn't a push didn't cause the stumble.
Mumford gives the Mounties a 4-point lead with 1:57 and counting. Kerwin wants in. She's got Fillmore in tight coverage. Piercy's there. Piercy looking. Piercy, no. Whoop.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Dead ball. Off the equipment. Whatever way you want it. Roberts is there. I'm Steve Ridlington, play-by-play. Ian Allen is our analyst and technical producer. Ben Houchard is your camera guy. We are your Mounties TV crew. Thanks for being with us here on ACAA TV, powered by Sports Canada TV. Mitchell now. Mitchell to Roberts. Roberts finds Fillmore. Marshall is there. Fillmore to Roberts. Roberts looking. Roberts. Here is Roberts. Roberts up. Roberts. No. Sturkle with the rebound. Sturkle looks. Sturkle to Piercy. 1:22 and counting. 4 points to lead for the Mounties. Piercy with it. Piercy, where she is fouled.
Yeah, little too much hip-to-hip contact on that one. Created a blocking call.
Fillmore with the
again.
block.
Hansen, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Fillmore second, team second.
Okay, I missed Mike. There. Who were they? Okay. Yeah, that Fillmore would have been the previous foul. That one, the number 5 from going the other way. That foul was actually on Emma Roberts.
All right, Marshall is there. Marshall for the deuce. 2 points. Mumford now. Mumford driving. Mumford going. Mumford. Here's Mumford. Mumford looking. Mumford to Mitchell. Mitchell has it. Mitchell, they fight. Jump ball. It is Mountie ball. Uh-oh. We have an injury on the play. Player down. All right, she is okay. Shaking it off. All right, it will be Mountie ball. Under a minute, 56.8. Ian Allen, this will go to the wire, my friend.
Yeah, and 12 seconds on the shot clock.
Inbounded by Mountie. Mountie, she's looking for an outlet, finds it in Mumford. Mumford driving, Mumford up. Mumford is fouled. She was triple covered. Little slow to rise. She appears to be okay.
Yeah, there might have been a little contact to her head. I'm not sure on that, or just it could have been a knee got jammed a little bit, and she's had some issues with that right knee so far this season. She's working through them quite well, though.
Mitchell out, Hempel in. 53 seconds, 61-59. No, won't drop. Mumford. Yes, 62-59. 53 seconds. Here is Piercy. Piercy looking. Piercy covered. Piercy driving. Piercy almost dropped it. Piercy up. Piercy no. Fouled on the way in. Called on Mumford, I believe. Yep. Push. Piercy, 62-59, 42 seconds left. Ian Allen, pulse rates are rising, sir. No, wouldn't drop. Piercy has an opportunity, her second shot. 2 points the margin now. We've got subs coming in. Smith is in. 21 is Matheson. She is on the court for MSVU. Hempel will inbound the ball, 42.2 seconds. Fillmore with it. Fillmore double team. Fillmore looking. Fillmore, they bounce, they wrestle, it is a jump ball. It is.
Mystics possession off of that jump ball.
Sturkle in. Oh, no, we've got a timeout.
Sturkle and Strickland are both coming in for Mount St. Vincent, and Coach Forward has called a timeout because he just wants to make sure that they get things, they run the offensive set that he wants them to.
All right.
Yeah, this would be considered a set play coming in, or they're designed to work off of that inbounds throw in the offensive zone. And I said, Coach Ford just wants to make sure that instead of just making the call, they've actually got, when they're coming off the bench going out there, they know what they're going to do without giving any signals away to the defensive team.
All right. In the late going here, Ian, a word of thanks to our correspondents, both to our non-functioning email box and the chat group. Thanks so much for being part of it. Anything added recently, Ian?
Nope. No recent reach outs.
To fans in both the Mystics Nation and the Mountie Nation, we wish you all the best for the holiday season. Whatever that may mean for you, certainly families coming together, the gifts, the food, the opportunity to share, family time, all good. Season's greetings to one and all. Okay, this is exciting, fans. We've got 34 seconds to see how this one will pan out. Kerwin will inbound. Kerwin looking. Kerwin.
That's 5-second violation. Too long to get the ball into play.
Wow.
Just great defensive coverage by the Mounties in that sequence.
Smith is coming in. Matheson is coming in. Timeout, Ian.
Timeout called by the Mounties. At this point, that'll give them a chance to move the ball up into the front court, which I'm assuming they will probably do at the end of this timeout.
Okay, Ian, I know in our last game that you had some comments relative to the presence of ACAA teams in the national top 15 of the CCAA. Care to elaborate on that once again?
I think with the conversations we're having more geared around volleyball at that point.
Okay.
The last 2 days we've had volleyball. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly where the standings are right now. I know for men, Mount St. Vincent, I believe, is sitting at 3 nationally. I can pull those up in a second.
Yeah, great. Why don't we do that as we speak? But, hey, want to say thank you very much to all our viewers. We've had a lot of fun bringing you the first half and look forward to great things in the second half. And Ian and I have talked about the parity. That's the word we're looking for. The
definitely.
parity in ACAA women's basketball this year, and it's going to be a great run to the wire. All right, 34.8 seconds. Mountie ball. They lead by 2. Are we likely to see some fouls to disrupt the play in these last seconds?
Potentially, but the thing is, again, it's just with 34, they're still got a chance to shoot. They're probably going to let Meg Mountie use as much of the shot clock as they can, and then try and force the turnover first.
Samar in under Matt Mumford. There's a foul in there in Blue 21 called on the hold. Her first, team third, possession to the Mounties. All of that took only 2 seconds off the clock. Roberts will inbound the ball. Roberts looking. Roberts to Hempel. Hempel is fouled. That is Marshall with the chop.
Yeah, for some reason, CCAA site's not loading for me, so we can't pull up those numbers.
Hey, not a problem. Not a problem. We should appreciate the opportunity, the effort, and inbounded by Roberts. Roberts, no. This is to Smith. Smith up. Smith, no. Knocked out of bounds.
Great defensive play by Mumford to get in there and block that shot.
It will be, here's the substitution. Sturkle in, Strickland in.
And timeout for the Mystics. And again, Coach Forward wants to get them to run a specific offensive set for this and go from there.
Who has possession? It's the Mountie possession or Mystics possession?
It's Mystics
when they
possession.
Come back? Yep. 62-60.
Yeah, ball was knocked out of bounds by Mumford on the shot block.
And once again, Holland 79, St. Thomas 55 in the other match. That will continue. Holland will be in the mix now at 6-2. One of these two teams will come out first, and we'll see what happens. Regardless, Holland will have a game in hand. All right, Ian Allen, 26 seconds remain. Tight D. Kerwin to inbound. Last time she could not find an outlet. Strickland with it. Strickland. Here is Piercy. Piercy driving. Piercy with it. Piercy up. Mountie ball, I believe. Yes. 19 seconds, Ian. Samar will inbound it. Timeout, Mounties.
Man, the main reason for that one is just to make sure, give the girls a chance to settle down, and it's also they're going to move the ball up into the front court, so it's that much further from their own basket.
Okay.
19 seconds, they can try and sort of work for a shot. I can see Mount St. Vincent will probably try to foul quickly on this one just to get the ball down to the free throw line and then give them more time to get the chance to get an offensive score. There we go.
All right.
Well, I had CCAA up on for a second, and then it disappeared. Oh, my.
We're still here, folks. We're just doing
19 seconds left. Mounties have moved that ball up to that front court with the timeout call.
Doing some math. 19 seconds. Roberts will inbound the ball. Roberts looking. Roberts. Mountie ball, bounced it off number 21 and out. That was Matheson. Okay, Roberts will do it all over again. That took precisely 0.2 of a second, Ian.
Well, roughly 0.2. They got them to start it and stop it because they didn't when they on the last contact.
Here's Mumford. Mumford looking. Mumford is fouled. Kerwin.
Both teams are at four fouls, so that's a fifth foul. We'll put Mumford on the line for 2 shots.
16.3 seconds. Mumford to the line. 2 might do it. 2 might seal the deal, Ian. We'll see. There's 1. 3 points the margin now.
That was the key one. So at this point, no matter what, Mount has to a 3-point basket will only tie it for them. This will be the icing on the cake if Mumford can drop it in.
Yes. 64-60. Kerwin. Piercy. Hempel. Roberts.
Mount trying very hard to get that foul as quick as possible after the turnover.
Hence the jersey stretch by Strickland.
Yeah, but the thing is, the 2 before that, basically, Mountie were able to get the balls out of their hands and into one of their teammates quickly enough that the foul wasn't called on those first 2 opportunities going across.
And in 6.7, oh yeah, Roberts with the drop.
Said she didn't score anything in the first half, and I'm just trying to think. Actually, had no points through the first 3 quarters, so she's made some key points during this fourth quarter.
Kerwin with it. Strickland up. No, there it is. The win for the Mounties.
And almost a repeat of that first game of the regular season where Mount A won 66-60. So it's just. These teams are both going to be competitive. They're going to be in everybody's faces. That's going into the Christmas break. That's going to give Mount Allison a 7-2 record for first place with 14. And we have Mount St. Vincent with the loss is now 6-3. Holland College is now 6-2. They'll be in second place with 12 points, and UKC is in there in fourth with 5-3 record for 10 points. Drops off a little bit behind that. Stu is now at 3-3 for 6. They'll have a couple of games in hand on everybody by the time the season's done, or by the time when they come back for after Christmas.
It was 17-15, the fourth quarter win for the Mounties in that one, and
solid game all around. And it's going into the break. Going into that holiday break. It's a great result for the Mounties. They know they're sitting in there. They know they can execute against anybody right now.
Undisputed first place before the holidays. Ian, it's been an absolutely marvelous first half. Thank you so much for the opportunity to work with you and with Ben. Our Mounties TV crew, grateful for the opportunity to share the quality product that is ACAA women's basketball. Tyler Vincent will be with you along with Ian and Ben for the men's game. That's coming up shortly. And once again, to you and yours out there, have a very happy holiday season. Ian, I don't know, here are the final stats. If there's anything you'd like to share before we leave the airwaves.
Yeah, Sturkle wound up with 25 points on that one. Mounties scoring balanced up. Mumford finished at top scorer for Mounties with 15, Mitchell with 13, and Hempel with 13. Roberts only had basket and a foul and a free throw in that fourth quarter, but they were both key points.
What a free throw it turned out to be, Ian Allen. All right, fans, thank you so much for a great first half of the season. To you and yours, the happiest of holiday seasons from all of us at Mounties TV. I'm Steve Ridlington on play-by-play, Ian Allen on color and technical production, Ben Hootchard on camera. Final score in this women's game, ACAA action. Mount Allison Mounties 65, Mount St. Vincent Mystics 60. Until the new year, so long for now.